everybody, and welcome back to my YouTube channel. My name is Angeline and I am the owner of Angelic Creations. So welcome back to another Sew Sunday, and today we are sewing a tote bag. So let's get right into it. So the outer fabric for my tote bag will be this little vinyl material that I purchased from Joann's, and I have a cotton fabric. I love cheetah print, and I purchased this from one of my local fabric stores here in Chicago. Okay, so now for my handles, I am using my inner fabric, the cotton fabric, and this is how the outcome will look once we create our strap. So these are my strap pieces that I created from my inside fabric of my tote bag. So first step, we're going to start off with sewing our handles, okay? So this measurements are 4 by 30. 4 by 30, and I want it to be long enough for me to put it over my shoulder instead of having it as a handle bag. First step we're going to do is we're going to fold this piece in half, like so. Wrong sides facing each other. So fold it in half, and the next step will be to iron this down. By ironing this down, this will create a crease in the center, and that way we will line up both edges to meet the middle. I will show you in a minute what that looks like. So you see how flat and crispy this is? So we're just going to continue to go all the way down till we get to the end. Okay, and now we have something that looks like this. And this is the crease that I was telling you about. Now look at the crease in the middle. So with that crease in the middle, we're going to take both of our ends and we're going to place them in the middle of the crease, folding them over like so. Both sides. And once you have both sides down, you're going to iron those down as well. So we will have a total of 3 creases after we get done. So I'm just going to fold in my side here, get my iron, and I'm going to press it down like we did the first portion. And after we get done with that, we are going to go on to the next step. Okay, so now that you have created your 3 creases, you can now fold them back into place. And the next step is to create your straight stitch going straight down on each side. Okay, so you're going to grab your sewing machine. I almost forgot to start filming, so I already started creating my straight stitch, as you can see, and it stopped right there, and I'm like, oh shoot, I wasn't recording. So I'm going to start back where I ended off at, create my straight stitch, and then I'm going to back stitch so that I can lock in my stitch on. And I'm going to continue to sew all the way down so I get to the very end. So now that we have completed our 2 straps, we can now start sewing the body of our bags. I'm going to start off with my cotton fabric first. And I have already placed it on my sewing machine. You're going to place your fabrics right sides facing together. You're going to sew down both sides, straight stitch going down on both sides. And if you need to place pins, place as many pins as you like. So this is my setup here. I place my pins down, 1, 2, and then I have a third one here. And you're just going to create a straight stitch, like I said, going down on both sides. We're going to straight stitch first, and then we're going to back stitch. And continue to sew all the way down. Once you have sewn your 2 sides on your cotton fabric, now we're going to work on the second body, which is the vinyl. Now with the vinyl, it's a little different, and as you can see, I changed my sewing pins to the Wonder Clips. You do not want to poke a hole in your project. Another thing that I changed for this particular fabric is I changed the stitching. I changed my stitching from a 2.0 to a 2.5 because over time you do not want your project to pull apart. So the stitches are a little bit too close when you're working with certain vinyl, it will come loose. So you want to make sure that you have longer stitching to work with this type of fabric, okay? But we're going to do the same thing. We're going to create a straight stitch like we did on this side, going straight down. Forward stitch. And do not forget to back stitch. And let's finish off the other side of our fabric. Okay, so now I have turned both of my fabric pieces right sides facing out. Okay, and at this point you can decide whether you want your toe bag to be flat or whether you want it to have a base. So I decided I just want to keep my bag flat like this, and I do not want it to stand up on its own. So the next step is what I already did on camera for the fabric, and we're going to do the vinyl together. Is I created a top stitch. As you can see here, I created a top stitch here. I moved my fabric down a little bit, about 1/2 inch. I folded inward, and then I just stitched all the way around. And I'm going to show you exactly how I did that using the vinyl fabric. So as you can see, I have it down about 1 inch or so down, and I have it pinned all the way around with my my wonder clips. And next step is to create a top stitch. So we're going to head over to the sewing machine. Okay, we are here at the sewing machine, and for my super beginners, a top stitch is exactly what it says in the wording, a top stitch. We are going to be stitching on top of the fabric. Okay, so we're going to create a straight stitch like we've been doing for this whole project. You want to go forward. And now we're going to go back so we can lock in our stitching. And we're going to create a straight stitch going all the way around. And we're just going to guide our fabric as we go along. So of course it's like in a circle, so it's not going straight down completely. So we have to just maneuver the fabric around and just pull it as it's getting closer to one of our wonder clips. Okay, so we're just going to pull it down and continue to do this process all the way till you get to the end. Okay, so we're almost done with this project, and the next step is to place your cotton fabric inside of the vinyl. Okay, so we have top stitch for both of our pieces. I have turned my cotton fabric wrong sides facing out. So this is the wrong side that you all are seeing. I know it's a little hard to see whether it's right or wrong side for this cotton fabric because it's kind of like the same on both sides. So I'm going to take my fabric and I'm going to place it inside of the vinyl. And I'm going to line them up edge to edge like so. Okay, and it fits perfectly inside. And now you're going to grab your handle pieces here. And you're just going to measure where you would like to place them. So I'm thinking right about here, but I want to make sure that both sides are even. So I'm going to use my ruler. Place my ruler down, measuring the top edge here. So 1, 2, 3. Yep. 4, 4. Okay. So I'm going to place them down right where I would like to place them. A little bit in. I'm going to place them about 1 inch or so in, leaving about this much inside. And once you have found your placement, you just want to make sure that both of these pieces matches on both sides. So you're going to grab your other string and you're going to tack them down for both sides. Okay, so now my straps are attached and they are even. They meet up perfectly like so. And now we are ready to go to the sewing machine and do our last stitching. And we're going to do the same thing that we did to them separately, but now we're going to do them together. So I sandwiched these two pieces together. I sandwiched the straps in the middle of both pieces, as you can see here. And now we're going to create another top stitch going all the way around to close this project, okay? So top stitch about here, You're going to do it all the way around like we did the other 2 pieces separately. Okay guys, so here's the final project. I love the way that it turned out. And I think my favorite thing of all time has to be that it is reversible. It's reversible. Look at the top stitching here and look at the top stitching on the final. And I have another thing to tell you all. This is my first time working with vinyl. So guys, sewing is very fun, exciting, and it's just all about trying new things, okay? So I got tired of just using cotton fabrics. I said, you know what, I'm gonna start using other materials. Look, got my laptop, fits perfectly in the bag. Perfect. Okay guys, so that is the end of the video. I hope that you all learned something new. I hope that you give it a try. If you do, please tag me. If you loved it, please give it a thumbs up and share it with your family and friends, okay? So don't forget, stay tuned because I have plenty more videos coming soon. And take that sewing machine out that box and create something.